Hey guys, how's it going? Note to self before you shoot a live show, don't watch Netflix. But you're not here to talk about that. You're here to talk about Forex. So let's get to it. Hey guys, I just watched a Netflix documentary on the hitchhiker hatchet guy. I didn't even know about this guy. Apparently I missed all of 2000, whatever it was, but wow. Okay, so usually I don't have a lot of people on Friday, so I should be able to talk straight through. First and foremost, this is not financial advice, although I did serve as an information system security officer for the Department of Commerce as a contractor, and I've worked internationally doing cybersecurity. I've been a developer for Time Warner, and I was a sysadmin there as well. So I have a lot of technology know-how. Even back in high school, I wrote people's programs for their classes, even though I was in the class. Sorry, Mom. Okay, so yesterday, Forex had quite a bit of information to share in his AMA. And I think that's where I want to start first, because they're not AMAs. They feel more like when I worked in corporate America, what we call as a stand-up meeting. They just lasted a lot longer, but they don't necessarily give you any dates or times. They kind of speculate and give you the, rah feeling. Oops. So let me go to this real quick. Banners. So let me get rid of this. Sorry, guys. So, got a message. Hey Cole, you're in the running to be the person that gets 10 drips. Since you're the person here, I'm going to give it to whoever's here. So, getting back to it, I don't know if you heard I'm a little bit, off kilter because I just finished watching a documentary. It kind of shook me. All right, so, I listened to all of the AMA, from the waiting to the barking dog. I think we love that barking dog, but it used to mean when the barking dog was barking that the AMA was going to end. Oh yeah, getting back to an AMA. An AMA is short for Ask Me Anything. And for the past two discussions that were labeled AMAs, they weren't AMAs. However, we did get a lot of good information from, what his plans are, but there were still no dates. What we heard was he let go of marketing people who he didn't feel made the cut. He talked about the college student who has a full-time job who's working for him, and he highlighted a lot of hopeful things, nothing that we can go back to people and say, hey, I think you should get into this because, Forex said it. It doesn't take away from its integrity, but it does. And I think thank you for it. You're welcome. It just takes away from any alacrity or any enthusiasm that anyone has towards what's happening. I think most of the people want to hear about drip right now. But Forex, I've said it before, he's like Steve Jobs. He's going to do what he wants to do and what he thinks is best for his platform. He talked about the games. He wants to roll out roulette sooner than expected, but still no date. So it was a next week kind of thing. We heard some announcements that are out into third quarter, end of year. So there wasn't anything to rah about. The only thing that you could do is put up a defense shield and protect yourself from people who are like, oh man, he sucks, but he doesn't suck. As I evaluate, I just see, as a consultant that talked to a lot of architects, talk to a lot of people who have hubris. That is, you know, I don't think that he's surrounding himself with people who are like, I think that idea sucks. And that's a danger when it comes to anything in business. You need to hear informed decisions that are in opposition of your plans. We still don't have a roadmap that we march to. We have a roadmap, but we don't have a roadmap that we're marching to with dates. This allows a person who thinks like a Steve Jobs to not have any rigor with meeting deadlines or telling the client something that can help them. They go on the belief of, I'm doing the right thing. And once people trust me, it'll be okay. And when you look at what he's setting up, he's setting it up the right way. I'm not sure how good he is with resources anymore. From BB leaving, but they left on good terms apparently. Then we've had so many people come in and out. We're not talking about the project manager anymore, who he gave high praises for. So there's not a lot of questions about Forex Shark for me. There's not about his personality, about his acumen for doing things the right way. I just think he operates on his own timeline. So when I look at that as someone who's saying, hey, where do I want to bring new capital? For me as a dolphin, the difference between a dolphin and a whale is whales can go boom. If you're putting $10,000 into Animal Farm, you're probably doing really well because everything's working. If you're looking to just flip a token and sell tokens, you're not happy. But for dolphins and us looking at, hey, where do we want to put our stuff now? It's more of a hold. And I can't tell anybody to hold because I'm not a financial advisor. It said at the bottom, but I never said it out loud. So it's tough because when you're a fan of somebody, you just want to hear things, and when you don't hear them, you get disappointed. Hey, Mitchell, you're going to get 10 drip too. AMA wasn't great for drip, new drip, game possible. Yeah, and when you don't really, exactly, R2, you really don't want to say possible necessarily, when we're trying to get into things, the market is coming back, where do we go? I'm not going to leave Animal Farm or the drip ecosystem, but I didn't find it appealing, like I didn't say, hey, oh my God, let me put more in. He talked about the fiat ramp as well. And I like that's smart, that they're saying, hey, we're not going to give them direct access to you, but if they want to buy your stuff on PancakeSwap, we'll do that. I like that because one, Forex really doesn't ever lie about anything. He may exaggerate about dates, but he doesn't outwardly lie. And he could have easily have said, hey, we're going to get the, sorry, I live close to if you heard that. He could have easily said, hey, we're going to get fiat on ramp and just let that go, but he didn't. He told us the truth. And I kind of like that idea. It's some mechanism. We didn't get updates on, the drip UI dates. We just got no dates. I'm happy that I haven't told anybody to tune in to the AMAs lately because they haven't been AMAs, and they leave people having to be a drip maxi. And remember, we don't talk about, drip maxis because that's Fight Club and they'll get you. Mitchell also said he goes over same stuff most AMAs, LOL. Yeah, he does. I think he does that because he's expecting there's always going to be new people, but I don't think there's going to be new people. There is no buzz around the ecosystem at this moment. There's just people who are daily making money. And I don't think there's anything to complain about. It's just that, we wanted to see that new drip UI. We wanted to hear more drip stuff. And hey, he's the genius here. He's just not going to talk about it. Cole says, I popped into the Telegram group after the AMA, and you would have thought Forex had cured cancer the way they were celebrating. LOL, it was essentially a lot more of hurry up and wait in reality. Yeah, well, like I said, I had to remove myself from the Telegram group because, I don't want to make anybody think that the drip ecosystem isn't solid or that Animal Farm doesn't work. And they are using Telegram as a way to get in new people. I know, Cole, I know you already know this, but they're using it for new people who come in, and if they see a bunch of people talking what we would call reality, it's going to be seen as negative. So I'm not gonna. I think that they use another term, harsher bags, but yeah. So I guess that's good news that the Telegram group got a lot out of it. As a technologist, I saw a lot of red flags with regards to the next topic, which is development versus rollout. Let me see. Mitchell says he's got a bit of backlog. Yeah, he's got a bit of a backlog of things, like you say. He needs a plan of what's coming out. Automatic pig compounds took a back seat, etc. Yeah. It's not like he's going off of a sheet. He's going off of his mind. And, he doesn't get any feedback. He never gets any feedback from anyone who's not like, great, you're awesome, you're amazing, or you suck, you're a fraud. He gets those two sides. He doesn't ever get, hey, that was good, this was bad. This was good, this was bad. No one's talking to him in a level where he respects them, at least, because there have been no changes since December. 1 second. So the reason I talk about development versus rollout is because of my life as a coder or developer, as well as being a sysadmin or even a cybersecurity assessment, doing cybersecurity assessments. You look at things that are policies, you look at standards, and you look at something that's regimented. I've talked to you before about the SDLC, or the software development lifecycle. I don't know what's happening. Like, helicopters are flying. Sometimes they have these events where at downtown Tampa, where they take a tour of people in helicopters, and so apparently they're out there right now. Sorry about the noise. But you have these formulas or formats or protocols that allow you to see, where's my success, how am I progressing along that success, and what does an end look like. And so what he has is he's got a developer shop, and developer shops tend to not roll things out. They need some level of an executive to say, hey, you've got to do this. And when you have somebody like a Forex Shark, who's very well off, number one trader on Bit something, how are you going to tell this guy anything? And on top of that, his platform is the only one that's consistently been paying out since, can't say that again 5 times fast, since last year. So it's more of a, I can apply these things to other people, but with Forex's ecosystem, I really can't, because, again, going back to Steve Jobs, you can't really fault what he's doing when the system is working. The other thing, I said I was going to meet my 10K milestone. Yeah, I need to learn to add. I didn't do that. However, still going to give 10 drip to the people who speak in chat today. So, Mitchell and Cole, congratulations. I don't want to keep you guys here for like ever when there's nothing necessarily to talk about. So, I know that my overall tone has not been positive, but I was looking forward to some dates. I'm seeing other people out there who've used Forex's architecture to create their own dApps, and they're doing things that aren't being done. And I think it's because he's just a little bit out of control because it's so much bigger than him. I think he's got a firm grip of everyone's assets. There was one thing he did talk about. He said he didn't want to give away a lot because of, he doesn't want to tell anything to the bad guys regarding smart chats or super chats for streamers. But I looked it up. There's several people out there who allow for integration of crypto into streamers' chats, and it hooks up with OBS. So that's not an innovative idea. That's an already done idea. And I think it would be better to have drip or dogs or pigs added to that versus trying to recreate something that's already been done successfully by a lot of other people. We got more messages. Do you guys hear those helicopters? They're military helicopters, by the way. You're welcome, Cole. Cole said thank you. And Mitchell said thank you. Yay. Reality isn't always 100%, Cole said, to be fair. Yeah, I don't know what you mean by that, but that's true. Fingers crossed for lending. Yeah, and so lending, we talked about lending, said, hey, that's third quarter, fourth quarter, end of year. So, I mean, that's great. He did talk about stable fund, but like Driptopian said, not any of those farms. So the stable fund move isn't going to do anything. I know that he talked about burning dogs, and a lot of people think that's good. So I don't think it's good or bad. I think that the infrastructure that he's put inside of Animal Farm will sustain dogs and pigs. He's really thought that out well. He's included economists to help figure it out. So it's all positive. So for me, again, if I had, big money to park in any DApp or any ecosystem, I would park it likely in any Forex Shark ecosystem. Cole said, I meant 100% positive. Yeah, that's not ever reality, is it? Like that documentary I saw. So guys, I believe the email address, or you can contact us. I don't want you putting your address inside of a... Okay, so our email address is, I will copy it and paste it. No, I won't. It's buildforever22@gmail.com. BUILD, the number 4, EVER, and the digits 22@gmail.com. Colin Mitchell, send your addresses there, and I will make sure in a few moments that you have the 10 drip in your wallet. Guys, thank you so much. We're actually approaching, despite me saying you do not have to follow or subscribe to us unless you get something or you want to comment. We do answer questions in there, but we are almost at 100 subscribers. Who knew? I mean, I keep telling people on Twitch, I've told people that I think I have 245 people who follow me, but I'm looking forward to news from, I'm looking forward to news from Forex. I'm hoping that, Cole, I can't get rid of your comment. There we go. He said that next week he plans on having a true back and forth that is an AMA and not a stand-up meeting, discussing things that we've heard before. So here's hoping. Until then, have a great weekend and game up. Oh, wait, I nearly did it wrong again. Dadgummit, Matt was here, this wouldn't happen. All right, now, game on.